Greetings, programs. Welcome back to ArcNeo Reviews. So, nothing super in-depth today. Just gonna go ahead and prattle on about the two R.E.D series Transformer figures I've got. Gonna go ahead and start here with Megatron. And first thing to be aware of, I live in an area right now that is ridiculously hot. So, I am dealing with a little bit of plastic getting too hot and losing a little bit of shape. Blame that on where I live at the moment, not the actual plastic quality of these figures. This guy is very, very good in my opinion. Same with the other one we'll be looking at here. But really quick, bring him in here so you can see. Excellent job on the head sculpt. Like, shockingly good job of capturing the G1, face design there. I love the way this figure looks. Poseability on him is awesome. Yes, we're jumping straight into poseability here. Full rotation at the shoulder. Arm can move out. That does lead to my only complaint. I don't like the way that the shoulder out is hinged. I would have preferred if it, didn't come up at the same time, but that's whatever. Head is on a ball joint because I always forget that. Really good range on that head, actually. Do have a rotation right there at the bicep. 90-degree bend at the elbow. Yeah, wrist rotation. Then the thing that shocked and impressed me the most about this figure, he has a ratcheted ab crunch. That is unheard of for a figure like this. I know that Hasbro makes all kinds of 6-inch action figures already. They've got Marvel Legends and Star Wars Black and G.I. Joe Declassified and stuff. So it makes a lot of sense that they would start doing some, purely screen-accurate robot modes for Transformers. But again, that is a good ratchet. That is a nice feature. I love that. He does also have a waist rotation right there. The side skirts can move out to let the leg move a little bit. He can kick forward, back, out. Not quite the full splits, but it still works pretty well. Thigh rotation right there. He does have a double jointed knee, actually, so you get a full range of motion, which is always a really, really nice touch. And even the legs got some soft ratchet action going. Foot moves down, moves up a little bit. Ankle tilt. So, yeah, just off the bat, the poseability on this guy is really, really good. Plastic is a little softer than I would have expected, because I've got, Marvel Legends and stuff. Their plastics seem to be a little bit stiffer than this. I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but I mean, there's a reason that this has happened back here. Again, that's mostly to blame on where I live in insane heat, but, this is still a softer plastic that is susceptible to that. Not a big deal in my opinion, just something to be aware of. I know some people can't stand that sort of softer plastic. Really quick, just bring in the fusion cannon because it looks awesome. But anyway, poseability on him is really good. But then you get to his accessories, which, funny enough, basically result in a whole bunch more left hands. So, yes, he comes... I think this was the hand that he came with. I can't remember. Just a standard little grabby hand, which is kind of weird because he doesn't come with anything he can actually grab. Maybe they'll release a Shockwave later, and one of its accessories will actually be Shockwave's gun mode. That would be awesome. But anyway, go ahead, pop this hand off. And yeah, you've got a couple options here. Go ahead, give him this more relaxed hand. little bit more of a gesticulation thing going on. And worth noting, these hands do actually have a hinge on them as well, so that you've got that joint too, which is really nice. So you get kind of the explainy hand for talking to Prime and telling him why everyone should be a Decepticon. You've also got just a classic clenched fist. So he's got a match set. I do find it weird they didn't give us any hands for this side. It's still the exact same attachment point, but yeah, they give us 5, technically 6 left hands, and nothing for the right. But anyway, on the tour de hand, we then have the pointing finger, so he can point at Starscream and tell him how stupid he is. Very, very important thing for your action figure of Megatron to be able to do. And then one of the two a little bit cooler hands, in my opinion, you've got him holding an Energon Cube. I love this. I don't even know why it makes me so happy to be able to just give Megatron an Energon Cube, but it does. I love it. It's made out of a nice, hot magenta, bright pink kind of thing. Then the last hand, I know isn't even a hand, but it might as well be his hand. You get the Mace. It's really cool to get a Megatron that's got a Mace. Soft plastic here, all one piece, so no posing you can do with it really, but still really cool to have it. Because it is hot, there's a few spots where this arm will kind of swing on its own, but he does a pretty good job of holding it up, all things considered. This is a solid lump of plastic at the end, so, keep in mind, part of what's going on with this guy, I can tell you, part of why they made it out of the plastic they did, this is a very solid figure. Like, you can tell when you're messing with things, they didn't make stuff hollow. This is solid, which is really, really nice, actually, in my opinion. So, already, a lot of love for Megatron here. But then, we get to my boy. But before we get to my boy, really quick, we'll show off his box. Yeah, we're looking at Starscream next, because of course, nice box art. But I just wanted to point out the fact, I love they've got a whole window on the side of these boxes just to show you all the accessories. That is a great touch. I wish more things would do this, actually. Usually you just have to see the accessories around the figure in the front. I love just on the side. Give them their own section. It's so nice. Pictures of Starscream on the back. Who cares about pictures? We've got Starscream right here to look at. So, as you can see, I've already got him, all coronationed up and everything. So, unlike most videos where they're putting this on, I will be taking it off at some point. But, holy cow, this is such a good Starscream. Right off the bat, they nailed that head sculpt. He's got just the perfect Starscreamy smug smirk going on. Nice metallic red for the eyes, actually, which looks great. Little bits of metallic paint throughout the rest of him. Just fantastic paint job all around. Poseability on him was good. We'll get to that in a second, though. Guess we'll de-coronation him for now. Go ahead and take off the crown. Now, you can take off the wings if you need to for this step, but you don't need to. The shoulder pads are a very soft plastic, so you'll just kind of open them up a little bit and pull down. They do peg into the back of the shoulder, which is also how it holds on the cape. So just do that. There you can see, cape right there. Same thing on this side. Let's go ahead. Pull that off. Cape out of the way. And there you get just your standard looking Starscream. Again, he looks really good. I'm very I've been wanting a really truly G1, cartoon accurate Starscream for a while. Do I wish that it could have been one that transformed? Yes. But with what they've done with this guy, I am happy to just accept this and call it good. He's got, again, great posability, like I said, ball joint for the head, good range of motion there. His shoulders articulate at the point I wish Megatron's did, so he doesn't have that problem. Rotation right there. You can spin the fusion cannon, or not fusion cannon, null ray. How dare I get that wrong? Worth noting, the null ray does actually have a nice little bit of airbrush on the end. Double jointed elbows. So you get nice deep range of motion there. He's got alternate hands we'll look at in a second. So he's got the same, there's a joint there in the wrist as well as the rotation. You can see on the hand that, again, I'm dealing with hot weather right now. I knocked off the null ray. Worth noting, yes, the null rays are removable if you need them to come off for whatever reason. Not as good as Megatron's, and it's not ratcheted, but he does still have a bicep or an ab crunch in there, and he can actually arch his back as well. A little cutout in the crotch to let him lean forward a little. Kicks forward, kicks back, kicks out. Got a rotation. Pretty stiff on mine, but not too bad. Again, there is actually a double joint here for the knee. It can be a little bit tricky to get it to go, but once you do, great range of motion there. The fins here on the side are actually removable. I don't really know why there's a ring there. I think that's more just a molding thing. It's not stressed at all. It came out of the box like that. Then the foot goes up, goes down. Again, you've got some rotation there for the ankle. And then, really nice touch actually, is you can angle the wings as well. So you've got just all kinds of options with this guy. And if you need to while you're getting the cape on and off or anything, it is very easy to just pop these wings off. One of the wings was off in the box. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be off. But in case it wasn't supposed to be, yeah, it was. It just popped on, as you see there. So yeah, it's so cool to get a Coronation Starscream like this. He does come with other hands, like I mentioned, so you can have both hands be open, again, hot weather, or have both hands be a fist. And what kind of surprised me to get with this guy is we got blast effects, which are always nice to get. Again, because of the hot, it's drooping a little bit. But if you just, put the null ray in the right orientation there, fixes that instantly. And for what it's worth, when I was dealing with this guy in a cooler room and things hadn't gotten to sit and get really warm like it is in my recording area, he wasn't having this, looseness issue. It's already not bad, I say as I knock things off, but it's nothing major, and normally it's not anything. I've seen some videos where people are just grabbing these joints and they're just wobbling around like jello. Yes, clearly mine are bending a bit. They don't do that when I'm not in a hot room. So I'm going to just say, if the softer, kind of more PVC plastic is a deal breaker for you, I get it. For me, it's not a problem, especially, remember, these are only $20. This is the same price as a Marvel Legends or, whatever. And I think these guys really, they do a lot for that price. As well as you can see just how stinking big this Starscream figure is for being a $20 figure that again comes with, actual fabric cape and shoulder pads and a crown and blast effects and more hands. It worth noting, yes, these blast effects do work on your normal, War for Cybertron trilogy figures and stuff. It only works on the small nubs, obviously, but means you can put them on the end of Earthrise Starscream's Null Race, so win there. So overall, yeah, these guys are both really good, but I will say Starscream in particular, if you can live with the softer plastic and keep him in a cooler room than I am, you get a lot for your money. Megatron is good already. I'm not complaining about Megatron, but holy crap, you get a lot with Starscream, and I love it. So definitely keeping my eyes open for what figures they end up making next in this line. I already want to get Soundwave when I can because I've got 2 of my 4 main characters here. Yes, I am very basic, and the 4 main Decepticons are my 4 main characters. So I need Soundwave and Shockwave. But either way, really, really nice figures. I'm quite happy with them. So, as usual, take this for what you will. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Before I forget, I should probably also address this. I've seen a lot of people saying that the Coronation set that comes with this Starscream is compatible with the Earthrise Starscream. It really isn't, actually. The main reason is the shoulders here. You can see there's nowhere for those shoulder pads to peg in, which means you're actually just going to be sitting here. Yeah, you can shove it down over this arm, but it's going to be bending and stressing out the peg that actually goes into the shoulders of this guy. But if you want, funny enough, while the crown's not perfectly molded for his head, it will actually stay on here pretty well. And again, you can use these blast effects if you want. So blast effects are cross-compatible. The crown's cross-compatible. You're not really going to be able to get the cape and shoulder pads on him, though. Let's be honest. We all know that we've got Studio Series 86, Coronation Starscream coming for Leader Class. Hasbro thought about that. They made sure you couldn't just go buy this guy and make him an upgrade kit for this guy.